What is up, you guys? We are doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to be doing what I would normally do to get ready for a YouTube video. You will notice that my face is all clean and untouched. I'm not going to be going super in depth into, the products I'm using or the different steps of my makeup routine. This is kind of more just so that you guys have something to kind of follow along with while I talk about our subject today, which is just me. I also wanted to kind of just provide some more context to the channel, why I talk about, what I do for a living, how long I've been powerlifting for, and all that good stuff. I figured this would just be a fun way to go about this video, so hope you guys enjoy. I got the lo-fi hip-hop going today. That's what the kids like these days, I'm told. It's also copyright free, so like I said, I'm not going to go super in-depth in the different steps, but just to let you guys know, anyone who happens to give a shit, I used this bad boy earlier. It's a dermaplane, and I do it just to I get a lot of like little peach fuzz, and then I use it to like shape up my eyebrows. If anyone's still plucking their eyebrows in 2020 or getting them done somewhere, stop it. You just shape, boop, boop, go with the natural shape of your brow, and you're like good to go. I have already cleansed and moisturized, and once the moisturizer dries, because sometimes moisturizer doesn't play nice with foundation, so you have to make sure it's dried. Once it's dried, then I'll go in and apply my foundation. Also, normally I would have my hair done. I don't think I'm gonna do it for this video just because I think it'll just make the video take longer, but no, this is my natural hair. Enjoy. In the interest of looking fancy on the internet, today we are using this Il Maquillage or whatever. These people sucked me in with their internet marketing. But first we wet the sponge. Moist. This shade is going to be a little bit dark for me just because I bought this in the summer. So it's kind of like my summer shade. But it's fine. We're just gonna ignore that part. So I'm gonna reference this in my mirror here. I'm gonna go back and forth. If I'm not keeping complete eye contact with y'all, I apologize. So, okay, let's get into what y'all came here for. So, hi, my name is Taylor. I am originally from a small town in northern Ohio, about 30 minutes outside of Cleveland. I moved away when I was 18 and a half. Pretty much a couple months after I graduated high school. Since then, I've lived first in a small town outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and then I spent a little while in Charlotte, and then now I live in a small town in eastern North Carolina. I'm trying to enjoy small town living for what it is. There are aspects to it I don't love, but one upside to small town living is you can kind of establish more connections in a smaller town than you would in a bigger city like Charlotte. We had first moved here and I was looking for jobs. I was pretty much considering anything, but what I really wanted to do is finally become a personal trainer because I had gotten my training certification the year that we moved. I had gotten it like 6 months prior, and all I had wanted to do for years was start personal training. And Robbie, my boyfriend, he is a musician, and he was out on a gig one night. It just so happened that one of the members of the band, his girlfriend knew the owner of the gym that I work at now. And the chances of that happening in a bigger town or a big city like Charlotte are just not very likely. And they talked to me, they liked me, and the rest is history. So I have been a nutrition coach at the gym I'm working at for a year and a half. Oh, and this concealer was just, Maybelline. This shade is closer to my natural shade. I have another one, but again, I think it's like one shade darker. You just, just conceal all your insecurities, all your stress, all your financial debt. You just rub some concealer on it, and for a few moments it's gone. it is kind of funny because the first job I had when I moved to North Carolina was as a trainer. I was a kickboxing instructor, and that was a lot of fun. And that's actually what kind of made me realize I wanted to be a personal trainer. I originally wanted to be a psychologist, specifically like a family psychologist. And only thing was, I hate school. I'm still in school now because we've moved 3 times in the past 5 years. But so the thought of having to go to school for 6 years was not extremely enticing to me. And also I just love the instant gratification that came with being a trainer. You know, if you give them a really good workout and they're like, that was good, you know, like, or if, you know, you kind of notice that their muscles are kind of popping more than normal on a session, or if they lose a pound after a week, that's like very rewarding. One thing I really do like about being a nutrition coach as opposed to just a personal trainer is clients just get results a little bit more quickly than with just personal training. Personal training, you're kind of trusting the client to do what they're supposed to do outside of the gym in order to achieve results. Versus nutrition, you're kind of covering all the bases, especially with what I do. I will take them through like 1 workout a week just to kind of give them ideas of what they can do on their own, help them reach their activity goal for the week, and all that jazz. So here, y'all are seeing the secrets. So then how I got into powerlifting, how long I've been powerlifting. So I would say I've been powerlifting consistently about 3.5 years, but I would say I started doing powerlifting training about 4.5 years ago, and I started doing like resistance type training, like bodybuilding, 6 years ago. About coming up on 7, I think. I started 7 years ago, so that's pretty crazy, and I don't have much to show for it. Except I will say I have a decent amount of like muscle mass, and I don't do a lot of accessories in the gym. I feel like that's like the only perk I personally have, considering I've been lifting so long, is like I have a decent amount of muscle mass, and all I really have to do is like maintain it. But yeah, I got into bodybuilding. I think I was pretty strong for my age. I started in junior year of high school, and I was pretty strong for my age because I lived in the woods. And you know, like, you know, a tree falls down in your yard, you know, like Dad would chop it up, and we'd have to take the logs all the way around the house to the back of the fire pit. So, and my dad like grew up pretty old school with like, you know, just doing a lot of yard work or physical labor. So he tried to have us do it when he felt it was appropriate. So I was pretty strong, but when I realized I wasn't as strong as I thought I was, like I thought I was hot shit, and I realized I wasn't actually like that strong, I realized I wanted to get stronger, and I wanted to look strong. I wanted people to like see me and be like, oh, she's like capable, or okay, I'm not gonna bother her because she looks strong. And I will say, like, I get catcalled. I don't get catcalled a lot anymore, especially with trying to have some hardware, but I don't get catcalled as much. But I will say I don't think I've been catcalled as much as other women my age have throughout their lives, and it's because like I feel like people are like, or people are just turned off by the muscles, which is great. Like, I hope you are, because I don't want you. So I started bodybuilding, had one of my friends take me under his wing, and I started watching a lot of YouTube. I started watching a lot of YouTube videos about just getting swole, and I just really fell in love with it. I think after a couple months, I think after 2 months, I pulled 205. So I started doing that and then moved away, started going to the gym more consistently for a little bit, and then things kept coming up in life and I was never really able to go to the gym super consistently. But I liked powerlifting because my workouts were actually shorter. Now I would say they are way longer than they were when I was doing bodybuilding type workouts. But when I was doing bodybuilding type workouts, I was also younger, so my recovery was a lot better. But I would just do whatever I could in the gym. All right, so we are winding down here. Hopefully I look less crazy, like I said that I would. All right, all that we have left is highlights and eyeliner, and we're out of here. So we'll go ahead and wrap up. So yeah, that's kind of basically the basics without me getting into it. I would like to eventually kind of do a video going over like my entire fitness journey, but that was like the meat and potatoes of it. So fast forward to now, I've gotten a couple state records in my weight class in North Carolina. Oh, what? Almost forgot. My forehead. So basically everywhere where you have like lines you'd like to define on your face, boom, dark stick. Everywhere you'd like to, that kind of sticks out that you would like to emphasize, that is the highlight. So the cheekbones, over the eyebrow for me, kind of under my chin, kind of my Cupid's bow, and then my little nose here. And the way I contour my nose, it makes it look a little bit smaller. And I just use this Rimmel thing. Because again, I'm cheap. If you would like to support me in my desire to get more high quality makeup products, please subscribe. So anyway, yeah, wrapping up. Fast forward to now. You know, I've been a nutrition coach for about 1.5 years now. I've done group fitness. I currently do one-on-one personal training. And I do some powerlifting and strength coaching on the side. And one day I would like to kind of flip that. I would like to be a full-time powerlifting coach. So kind of it would go powerlifting coach, nutrition coach, personal trainer. Yeah, hopefully I'll be opening up a powerlifting gym in the next 5 years. That is the goal. And, you know, hopefully maybe even sooner than that. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. So yeah, this is how I normally look in my videos, all nice and chiseled. Hopefully I'm on YouTube long enough for someone to do a natty or not, and they'd be like, look at that jaw, and I'd be like, it's all an illusion. I'll pull up this video from forever ago and I'll be like, look. But I do plan, if I ever decide to go that route, I do plan on being very transparent about it, and I would like to educate others on how to go about doing that when I do cross that threshold. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Not a super long, drawn out routine. I like to think it was pretty simple. If it did seem kind of long, it was just because I was rambling most of the time. And I guess it didn't count me doing my hair, but my hair takes like 5-10 minutes. I don't plan on doing this kind of content often on my channel, but I would like to kind of implement it here and there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like it if you did. Subscribe so I can afford better makeup. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. I hope I don't run out of tape. Like this is the 90s.